From a small town girl to being the girlfriend of one of the most famous footballers in the world, Georgina Rodríguez isn't your typical wag. She turned pebbles into literal diamonds. What can you learn from her journey to create your own dream life? In this video, we're going to explore the lessons that we can take from Gio's journey from being a small town girl, coming from poverty, single parent household where her father was in jail for a long time, to becoming a global icon. We're going to look at the lessons that we can glean from her about confidence, about success, about discipline and gratitude. Lessons that can help transform your life so that you can too follow her footsteps, because if it can happen for her, why can't it happen for you? She's an example of a modern woman who just has it all going on. She's balancing family life, a career, being married to one of the most famous men in the world with absolute grace and poise. And there is so much to learn from her. I got introduced to Georgina through the show Soy Georgina, and I was truly inspired. She isn't just stunning physically, her character is on a different level. Just the different attributes that you see from her, the way that she holds herself. And I think one of the biggest things that we're going to explore later in this video is serene confidence. That is what I get from her. And imagine that. Imagine going from having literally nothing to be thrown into the limelight in front of the whole entire world. You're under such a spotlight, a literal spotlight and scrutiny, but she's just handling it amazingly with so much poise. The first lesson that we can learn from her is that your past doesn't define you. Georgina came from very humble and modest beginnings. She was working in sales. She really wanted to be a model. So she was following that path, and she understood that, okay, if I want to be a model, then, I need to move to, for example, Madrid and work near high luxury brands, which she did, and that's where she actually met Ronaldo. So there's a lesson within itself of following your dream, and then things that are meant to happen will just happen. For example, let's say you want to be, you want to work in a particular building for a particular company. You starting off and just having a kind of a job where, for example, you don't even get paid, you're interning, is an amazing thing because you're getting your foot into the door. You're being surrounded by the atmosphere of what it is to work in that environment. And that's what Georgina did. She threw herself into modeling, into working at Gucci to make money so she could build her life, her dream. Many people struggle with self-worth, with comparing themselves to other people, with feeling insecure or not feeling good enough. But you shouldn't let any of these things define you. She went from 0 to 1 billion. Hard work, self-belief, and seizing opportunities can literally lead to huge transformations. She had thought, I'm too good to be working at Gucci. I'd rather be buying at Gucci. She might never have met Ronaldo, and she might not be able to buy at Gucci now, or even model for them. That's a possibility for her. She took the steps and she got where she wanted to. She didn't let her circumstances hold her back. She used them as fuel to rise even further straight into where she wanted to. In fact, I think in one of the clips on her show, she was actually saying how she kind of always knew that she was destined for this life. And I feel like it kind of just shows you the power of, visualization in a sense, and having the end in mind. She knew that it was a certainty, and then she kind of went with the flow of life, and look where she ended up. This shows us that your starting point truly does not determine your destination. Everybody is prone to thinking like that, right? When you don't come from lots of money, or you don't have certain contacts or certain resources, you think, how can I get there? There are so many people who have this access to this, and it's unfair, and I'm a victim. I don't have this. It's not, life has done me over. She could have fallen easily into that trap, but she didn't. She took steps. She took actions towards what she wanted. Every step that you take can lead you onto something bigger. You need to remember that journey of 1,000 steps, or 1,000 miles even, starts with the first step. So start taking those first steps, and then what happens is you get into the flow of things. This could be as simple as learning a new skill, or saying yes to an opportunity that you usually wouldn't say yes to. I'm a true believer of life gives you signs. Life tries to nudge you in certain directions that it knows are meant for you. But it's about whether we take those or we allow limiting beliefs, self-doubt to hold us back. One takeaway action that we can do from this lesson is write down one thing from your past that is holding you back. Then write a small action that you can take today to begin to overcome this. For example, if you believe that there's a lack of education in a certain area that you need, then dedicate 15 minutes, dedicate 10 minutes, dedicate 5 minutes. Tell yourself you're just going to open the book. And then your mind will get tricked, and then you'll just get straight into the flow of things. The hardest thing is getting started, but honestly, once you get started, it's a walk in the park from there. Lesson 2, building confidence within. Now, I think we can all agree that Ronaldo is kind of famous. This means that he has millions and billions of fans all around the world. And as his girlfriend, she is under direct scrutiny from the whole world. But you really wouldn't be able to see it from her. She just holds herself in such a graceful and confident way that seems very unfazed by the attention. In fact, she seems to thrive under the spotlight, as if she was kind of preparing for it, as if she was made for this. She could have easily just locked herself in a house and thought, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to be near people. Everybody's looking at me. Paparazzi's chasing me. I have no privacy. But she didn't do that. She just took this thing that seems like a big, huge, scary monster to people, and she alchemized it, and she's using it to propel herself into the future and her dream career that she's always wanted, of being a model. Of course, she has to look like she's confident in front of the camera. You need to remain focused on your inner growth and your values. This is something she does. She is someone that has a lot of integrity. She won't just work with anybody. The jobs have to align with her. This shows this shows the strength of her character. Because she could be like, oh my God, lack mindset. Oh my God, this job, yes, okay, I'll take it. This job, yes, I'll take it. This job, yes, I'll take it. She's like, no. She's like, I'm only going to take certain roles that align with me, and you can't tell me otherwise. You can see that she has cultivated self-worth within herself. Like, just some of the comments like she makes about herself, like, oh my God, look how pretty I look, and look how beautiful I am. In a very, I don't want to say humble way, but in a very confident way. Like, that is serene confidence. It's not like, oh my God, look at me. It's more like, oh, look at me, I look good. She's the epitome of confidence. She doesn't have to rely on external validation. She gets it from herself, which means that she remains in control. She isn't giving her power away to people. This helps her maintain her authenticity. If there's one thing that really stands out about her, it's her authenticity. For example, when it comes to her eating, she just eats whatever she wants to eat, and she will show everybody, look, this is what I'm eating. She's very open with it. Whereas I feel that sometimes women, we've gotten to the point where it's like, oh no, pretend you're eating something really healthy, or like a fruit or a salad, but she just owns it. She just owns whatever she wants to do, and she just does it. And authenticity is the highest vibration. For someone to be under that level of public light, for someone who has so many eyes on her, and to be able to remain authentic, that really just shows the strength of her character. Honestly, I'm in awe. She's more likely to be compared to other people. She's more likely to be criticized and scrutinized. But have you ever seen her lash out? She always remains poised, confident, and gracious. The lesson here is to stop seeking validation from the outside. Seek it internally, and then you remain in control. This is where your confidence grows. You don't need everyone to approve of you to be valuable. She has so many eyes on her. There are probably loads of people who don't like her, who do criticize her. But you don't see that phasing her. She's living her best life, and so can you. Besides, someone who's liked by everybody is liked by nobody. Like, you generally can't be liked by everybody. You just have to do you. Stop building your confidence by celebrating your unique characteristics and staying grounded within your values. This is something she does so well. The thing that you can do to start building your confidence is to keep a confidence journal. In here, you can write every day, maybe at the end of the day, 3 things that you did that you are proud of, and make sure that they're different every single day. This will help encourage and facilitate internal confidence growing, internal validation growing, rather than needing other people to tell us that they're proud of us. We can tell ourselves. Lesson number 3, the fear of judgment. With a lot of people, the fear of judgment holds you back. It prevents you from fully expressing yourself. And I know this because I used to feel this at times when I used to record videos. You know, like, can I really be my true self? Can I express all of myself? Like, the quirky bits, the weird bits, the normal bits. This is one of the most relatable struggles that women face. Judgment. We're being judged by men, by society, by our parents, by literally everybody. Gina lives in the public eye. There are probably so many judgments that are coming to her at all times, but never once does she let that phase her. She's always living her authentic self. Like the example I used earlier, she will eat whatever she wants to eat. Like she loves having, I think, raw meat, like prosciutto or something, a lot, and she'll just have it, and she has it everywhere. And you can see she's not trying to pretend to be someone else. She is just being herself. Can you imagine how comfortable and confident she must feel? I think this is why I get such a vibe of serene confidence from her. Just someone who really accepts themselves. She just focuses on what truly matters to her, which is her family, her work, her values, her happiness. People are always judging each other, okay? People are always going to judge you whether you do right or you do wrong. The thing is, these judgments aren't a reflection of you. They're a reflection of them. Because every judgment that we hold is saying something about ourselves. It's a repressed part of ourselves. So rather than taking it personally and internalizing it, allow them to have this judgment. Who am I or you to control someone's judgments? Who are we to tell people you can't have this opinion? They can have their opinion. It's a free world. Let them. It just doesn't have to be your opinion. Your opinion of yourself takes precedent over anything. Stop seeking permission from other people to pursue your own goals. These are your goals. Why are you asking for permission? How does this person know what's best for you other than you? No one other than you knows what's best for you. The only validation you need is your own. And I know this sounds crazy because as women, we are never told that. We are never told that you can self-validate. I didn't know this. I always thought that, mommy and daddy have to be proud, or my sisters have to be proud, or people at school and my friends and boys have to validate and accept and, celebrate what I'm doing, but they don't. One step that you can take is you can do something that you may feel scared to do, that you feel will attract judgment. Let's say that you've always wanted to wear a gothic outfit, for example. You just want to try it out, but you're scared of what your friends will think, of what your family will think. Do it. Just do it. What you'll be doing is showing yourself, wow, I'm still alive. I've not been shot down, it's not that bad. Do something that you wouldn't usually do, like, I don't know, starting a YouTube channel, talking to someone that you may never have spoken to. And then I want you to write about how it felt. Was it as scary as you imagined it to be? What you'll realize is that a lot of people are just focused on themselves. Like everybody has this spotlight effect. This spotlight effect is where you think that everybody is looking at you and everybody is judging you. This couldn't be further from the truth because everybody is thinking the same thing about themselves. So I'll be sitting here thinking about, oh my God, how do I look? And then you'll be there thinking about, oh my God, how do you look? What are you doing? And then the other person is thinking about themselves. We are all basically a bunch of narcissists thinking about ourselves, thinking that everybody's thinking about us when no one cares. Lesson number 4, lack of confidence in self-improvement. A lot of people feel like they don't have the discipline, the vision, and the patience to go after their dream life. One thing I noticed in Georgina was that she hasn't just stopped. She's married such a prominent figure in the world and she hasn't just stopped. She hasn't said, I've got all the success I need, I've married the rich man, now I can just stop and sit down and not do anything. No, in fact the opposite. She's going after her dreams harder than ever. She's constantly working on herself. She was getting her nails done, right? And she's sitting there learning English because there is no time to be wasted. Whether it's maintaining her health and fitness, developing her personal brand, or contributing to the world and giving to the world, she's always striving to grow. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey. It's not, I've done it all now, that's it, done, we're finished, no more self-improvement, we're good. It's not like that. It's a lifelong journey. Evolution. You're constantly evolving. You're going with the times. The thing that stops growing, the thing that stops evolving is dead. Too often we think that once we reach a certain level of success that, I'll just stop. I'll be done with it. The truth is most successful women are always evolving. They're always learning. They're always trying to be better. What can you take away from this? You can look at the different areas in your life and then you can think, okay, where do I want to start? Where do I want to develop myself? This could be fitness. Okay, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to do a 10-minute walk. Do 10 minutes of yoga. I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes. I'm going to journal for 10 minutes. I'm going to read a book for 10 minutes. It's really that simple. Just start small. It doesn't have to be this big, humongous task. Commit to small, consistent steps. You don't realize the power of just being 1% better every single day. Lesson number 5, the last lesson. Gratitude and energy alignment. Georgina's serene confidence and magnetism comes from her connection to God. She's a strong believer in her faith. She's always carrying around a rosary with her to keep her connected to God. And I believe this is the thing that gives her serene confidence. This is because in all of our lives, we need to feel connected to a higher power, like we're taken care of. And you can see that in her, the way she's so relaxed. You can tell that she's kind of surrendered to life. She goes with the flow of life, she surrenders to life, and she understands that someone's looking out for me. In the series, she talks about how, she's very sensitive to energy and how she can feel certain vibes and signals. This means she's really connected to her life. You can see it. She just exudes presence and groundedness. Daily practice of gratitude and giving back to a community just shows the strength of her connection to God. The thing is, your connection to God is your connection to yourself. And this is also something she cultivates through dancing. She loves dancing. She's been dancing ever since she was younger. And this is something that actually helps to connect you to your feminine energy. So being grateful, being connected to God, and cultivating a relationship with God. It doesn't have to be a God from a certain religion. It can just be the universe, source, your own God. Whatever relationship that you want to cultivate with God, do it. It gives you a strong sense of groundedness. This practice of faith combined with gratitude creates a powerful sense of inner peace that draws opportunities, people, experiences to you like a magnet. She's not chasing, she's just attracting to her. When you ground yourself in faith and gratitude, you become a magnet for all of the amazing things in the world, because life gives you more of what you are. So when you're grateful and you have a strong faith in God that everything's going to be okay, then you get more of that. It's magnified. Trust that a power larger than you is guiding you, because it is. Life was here billions of years before you, and it will continue to be here well after you are gone. So life knows what it's doing. Life is extremely intelligent. Life guides you. Be willing to be guided. Be willing to relinquish control. Let go and let God. I couldn't do this because I used to be super controlling. I used to think I need to control this and this. I need to control people's opinions. I need to control circumstances. I need to make sure everyone's happy. And this just left me drained. It didn't help with anything. I was just constantly stressed. I was constantly in stress mode. But with Georgina, you can see her faith in God is so strong. She doesn't need to think about these things. And you don't either. What you can do to cultivate this in your life is start a gratitude journal. Write down every single day different things that you are grateful for. Another great tip is I love journaling now, where I will write in chronological order all of the great things that happened. So this could be I woke up and the sun was shining on my face. I had a great meditation session. I did some amazing yoga that felt great to my body. These little things make up your day. And when we put an emphasis on those things, when we write them down and we show gratitude for the littlest ordinary moments, what you see is that these ordinary moments are extraordinary. Because every little thing is just a privilege. It's a luxury. So many people wish that they could do yoga, and they may not be able to move their bodies. So many people may wish that they could sit down and meditate and have the time to meditate, and they may not be able to. So never take these things for granted. Once you start doing this every single day, you'll see every single day how much you have to be grateful for. What you do is you keep your vibration high, and when your vibration is high, you attract more things to appreciate in life. Whether you pray, you meditate, you journal, just try to establish a connection with God. A connection with God is connection to yourself, because you are God. God is in everybody. Georgina is proof that you can start from humble beginnings and still create the most amazing life filled with love, with purpose, with success and joy. What's one lesson from Georgina that you are going to apply in your life today? Share it in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how to transform your mindset and create the life of your dreams, subscribe for more content. Remember, the life you want is waiting for you to create it.